Okay, so let's look at the JFET P channel type. Okay, so the channel will be of P type. Here you can see the channel is P type, this is N type, this is N type. Okay, so it has replaced the positions, N became P, P became N. This is gate, this is drain, and this is source. Okay, now a resistance is there, VGG you are applying, VGS you are applying between these two, this point and this point. Okay, and this G is connected here to this point. Okay, so N is getting positive, P is getting negative. Okay, so they are reverse bias, but the voltage you are applying is positive. Okay, it is still in the FET is still in the reverse bias stage, but your value you are applying is positive. Okay, so one thing to note, now here you can see the same effect will be there. By changing VGS you can control the width of the channel, so the width will be changing depending upon the value of VGS. So since you are tweaking the value in positive direction, the more VGS you will apply, the lesser width will be. Okay, the less VGS apply, the more width will be. So I hope you can relate it. So that's how you control via VGS. Now come to the other side. Here VDD is connected negative and positive in this fashion. In N type it was connected positive negative. Okay, the current will be in opposite direction. You can see RC is just to control the current, and you can see this point source is connected to positive, drain is connected to negative, and since the holes will try to go to electron side, so the current is in this direction. Okay, so hole will go from source to drain, and the current direction will be the hole's direction only, so ID will be in this direction. Okay, so I hope it is clear. And if you change the value of VDD, which means VDS, if the more negative VDS will be, the more the current will be. Okay, since more holes will flow from source to drain. So that is how the working of P-type JFET happens. And you can see the carrier here is holes. There it was in N-type, it was electrons. Okay, so that's the reason it is unipolar. Only one carrier will be there for the conduction of current. In N-type it was electrons, in P-type it is holes. Okay, so unipolar device. Now the symbols you can see here, this is for N-type JFET. Okay, so this is the direction going inside the FET from gate, and here you can see the direction it is coming out of the drain. Okay, so it is bit confusing, but that is how the representation of FET is. So you can think of it from drain to source, the current is going in this case, or in this case you can think of source to drain current going. Okay, but it is really confusing, it feels. So that is how the symbol will look like, different symbol. Now here you can see the transfer characteristics and drain characteristics. This is transfer characteristics, this is drain characteristics of P channel JFET. So you can see the maximum is IDSS, this is IDSS value, the maximum value of current that happens as VGS is equal to 0. As you increase the value of VGS, the current will be 0, decreasing. At VGS is equal to VGS cutoff, the current will be 0. Okay, so that is what we have seen. You can control the width. The same reasoning happens. You increase the value of VGS in positive direction. Since it is reverse bias, it will increase the depletion width. Then it will it means it will decrease the channel width, and hence it will block the holes from going from source to drain after certain point. Okay, that is called VGS cutoff. Now here for n channel VGS pinch of voltage was mod of VGS cutoff, but here it will be negative of VGS cutoff. Okay, VP. This is one important difference. Okay, and then if you will come to drain characteristics, you can see that is how the drain will look like. So here if you have seen we are increasing the drain source voltage in the negative direction, then the current is positive. Okay, and if you increase the value in the initial stage till Vp, it will show a linear resistor behavior. That is what we saw in n channel type as well. As you increase the value of VDS above Vp, it will be constant, current will be constant, that is saturation region, and as you increase further more, it will go to breakdown region. Okay, so this is the maximum current you will get at 0 voltage of VGS. As you increase the value of VGS 1 volt, 2 volt, you can see the current is decreasing. Okay, so that is the curve. And I think I have not told the regions. So in NFET also, this is the linear region, saturation region, and this is breakdown region. Okay, linear region, or sometimes called as ohmic region, this is saturation region, this is breakdown region. Okay, similar thing here also. This is for n type, if you remember. Okay, this is linear, this is saturation, this is breakdown. Current versus VDS. Here also current versus VDS. So that is how the curve will look like. The drain characteristics and the transfer characteristics. If you will see properly, it is same reasoning goes here as well. It is just we are representing it differently. Okay, so I hope it is clear after learning n channel type JFET. Okay, p type also exactly works in same manner. It is just a bit different. One more thing I wanted to mention, here the VGS value is positive. You can see we are in this range, plus VGS cutoff is also positive. Okay, in n type, what was there? In n type, we had VGS in this range, which was negative, and VGS cutoff was also negative. Okay, so for n channel, VGS and VGS cutoff will be negative, and for p channel, VGS and VGS cutoff will be positive. Okay, so that is one difference I wanted to make. So remember that. And the pinch of voltage will be negative for p channel, and positive mod of VGS cutoff, that is positive. Okay, in n channel. So I hope the difference is clear and you are able to connect with me by looking at the diagrams only. You should be able to get it what is happening inside JFET. Okay.